We here with my guy, my brother, New York City legend, Billy Singleton. What's up, brother?
How you doing, Glenn? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man. Well, I ain't seen you in so long, man.
Yes, it's been a long time, and I'm hearing great things about your show. You're looking wonderful, so I'm glad to be here, man.
Nah, man, let me tell you something, man. You've always been a one-on-one, right? When we talk about some of the best big men in New York City, one of the guys that was dominant both in high school and college, and then went on after college and did some great things and still doing great things in the basketball world. And I want to say we're proud of you, man.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Glenn. It's an honor. You know, I would be remiss if I didn't pay homage to my teammates and my coaches. Growing up in New York City, as you know, there's so much competition, so many really good players, but having great coaches and great teammates, that's kind of what made Billy Singleton. I could take this much of the credit, but you know, the real credit belongs to my coaches. They did a wonderful job.
He's been very modest, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you, my guy was a beast. You hear when we talk about Bronx basketball, he was the guy, man. What does the Bronx Basketball Hall of Fame mean to you, brother?
Well, I believe it's an honorary thing they do every year, and I just think all the people that are being inducted, it's a great honor to be recognized for all the accomplishments and hard work that they did over the years, all the nominees and people that are being inducted. I just think it's a wonderful thing. A lot of times in life, you may not get the recognition or the accolades that maybe the world thinks you should or should not have, but coming back to the Bronx and being recognized by your peers, people who have known you for many years, and they recognize the work you've done, I think it's a great honor and a wonderful thing that they do here.
No doubt, no doubt. What part of the Bronx are you from?
I'm from a place called Castle Hill.
We definitely know about that. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's northeast Bronx. I'm from Castle Hill, but I spent most of my youth about a mile away with my grandparents in Monroe Projects also.
Yeah.
They were about a mile away. So, you know, I'm from two parts really. I got a lot of friends in both.
What was like the pickup games like coming up as a youngster, you know, before you hit it like in high school and to the big time?
That's a funny thing. I was talking to my good buddy. I don't know if you remember Darryl Reed.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Darryl Reed.
Darryl Reed.
Darryl Reed, D. Reed.
Facts.
Respect, Ray. But we were talking the other day, and my uncle, you know, is Ed, and his older brother, they played together in high school. And we always used to play on the side courts. And we kept saying, one day we're going to get on the big courts because the runs were so incredible. And these was neighborhood guys, people that were in college. There was a lot of great basketball players. I'm looking at one, Julius Allen. He was from the neighborhood, and, you know, just so much competition and really good players. So when we finally got to the big court, we were probably in 8th grade. And that turned out to be pretty good because you learn from the older guys in the neighborhood. And then, you know, then Fred Brown that played at Georgetown, my uncle. There were so many great players that came from the neighborhood. You know, Pat Jones, you know my boy Pat Jones, another great player from the neighborhood. So the runs were incredible. And that's really how you got to learn how to play, being in the park, in the neighborhood, playing with the older guys, and playing with other peers that were really good. So I think the runs were incredible. That's how I learned how to play.
Let's talk about Ed, man. Like, again, I've been missing him almost 4 or 5 times tonight.
Yes.
To see him, this is my first time ever meeting him in person.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay.
Every time I saw him, it was on television, and the fact that he was from New York City, playing on the biggest stage in college basketball, and knocked down one of the biggest giants in basketball history. I'll never forget that moment because we were so proud all over the city. And a young kid like me in Brooklyn, he was a big part of my basketball basketball upbringing, man.
Yes.
What does it mean to you to see,
Well,
him getting honored tonight?
yeah, I mean, for Eddie, being my uncle, it's really sweet to see him getting recognized for his all his hard work and his kind of a lifetime achievement for basketball. But if those who know Eddie, he's a person that always said, you know what, I'm shooting for the top. So we used to talk about Patrick Ewing as a kid. Well, when I was a kid, he was like, man, that Patrick Ewing's incredible, man. He said, but yo, I ain't scared to play against nobody. So, when he got to college, it was just like he had some of his best games against Georgetown. And he always had Patrick Ewing on the radar. Although I know him and Patrick are great friends, but they were fierce competitors. And shout out to Patrick Ewing, man, the Godfather, best player in the Big East ever. Love you, Pat. But Eddie always had Patrick Ewing and all the other great players on his radar. So lo and behold, he played in the Big East, played against him very often. But when Eddie got to that championship game, I had no doubt in my mind that, one, I knew he was going to perform well. And I knew that Villanova could probably win the game because they played them twice very close that year. So, me as a kid, getting to see that was great. So similar to you, New York City kid, but it just happened to be.
Yo, you had the cheat sheet, fam. I didn't have an uncle that was so great. Like, you definitely had the cheat code, man.
Yeah.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was, great uncle, great person. Just growing up, he was kind of everything to a lot of people. But we lived in the same house for many years, and just an incredible person. Forget the basketball, but an amazing person. A real leader of men, a real leader in the community. Somebody who cares about people, and you can just tell by his demeanor, the way he goes about his daily life, that he really cares about people.
Well, we can sit here and talk for hours, man, but I'm going to wait till you come on a podcast because we really going to get in depth. You see how soft-spoken this guy is? You see how eloquent he speaks? Get on that court, man. He will tear you from limb to limb. All right? Man, Billy Singleton, man.
Thank you, man.
Good seeing you,
Appreciate you. Thank you, man. And
doubt.
Best of luck with your show. You're doing amazing things, and you're bringing a lot of things from New York City basketball to life. So, continued success.
I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
All right. No doubt.